summer kind that know where they belong.
I was reading on the porch when the fence went quiet,
And quiet had a very different song.
I'd seen her on that porch for half a summer.
The book was always different, she was not.
I found a reason involving the garden hose
And watered things that didn't need a lot. Did you know I saw you
with the garden hose?
I had a theory about the hydrangeas.
The hydrangeas looked completely fine to me.
I know that now, I knew it then, approximately. The fireflies connected all the spaces between the fence and what we meant to say.
Two people finding reasons for the garden
On the longest kind of summer day. The fence came down the following October,
when both our fathers
had a shared idea.
But something in that summer light still flickers
In the particular dark of every year.
They say that fireflies live only 3 weeks
And spend those weeks entirely on the light.
I think we learned something from the fireflies
About the particular use of a particular night. Every photograph we're at the edge, the left side or the right, but always edge. The others grouped in middle, we were bookends. Two sisters at the comfortable edge. The middle was where the important faces went. But you said once that edges frame the picture, and that was probably the best advice you've lent. We've been at edges most of what we've lived, the parties and the tables and the rooms, but always at the same edge, which is different, which is entirely different, and it looms. You're 8 and wearing something of mine wrong. We're both at the left edge where we belong. There's one where we're both laughing at the same thing, off camera, out of someone's frame. The photographer was waiting for us to look forward. We never quite got around to looking the same. Two sisters at the pictures need their edges more than centers. Some stories need their sisters to survive.
Sunday morning and the letters in a shoebox, the ones from years we haven't spoken of. I recognize your handwriting before I read the words. The slope of every letter is enough.
The ones you wrote in winter lean a little, as if the cold got into the ink. The summer ones are rounder and more certain, more willing to say more than you might think.
I wrote the winter ones
at the kitchen table.
The lamp was on the wrong side for my hand.
I wrote the summer ones out on the fire escape,
which probably explains the contraband. We read them now the way you read Old Country, a place you left but haven't quite forgot. The handwriting is someone that we used to be, still living in the letters that we've got. Some Sundays I just look at all the envelopes, the postmarks and the stamps and the return, the whole geography of who we were back then, still legible,
still something we can learn.
Your handwriting has changed a little over time. The loops are smaller, more deliberate now.
But some days I still know you in the first 3 words,
And that has always been enough somehow. We missed the last one by about 3 minutes.
the 11:47 going east.
We saw the taillights pulling from the platform,
and neither of us minded in the least.
The station had one bench and one vending machine.
They took our coins and gave us nothing back.
We sat and blamed the machine for several minutes,
Then got back to the conversation's track. You told me about the summer you were 15,
the one I'd never told a single person.
I told you about the letter I never sent, the one that would have made the whole thing worsen.
The station cleaner mopped around our feet at 2
And didn't ask us what we were about.
We talked until the first train of the morning
Came in and gave us both a way out.
I've had 100 conversations since that night,
In warmer places with more comfortable seats,
but none of them had that particular honesty
that only comes from missing last retreats.
The 1147 still runs every night.
I checked the schedule just the other week,
And sometimes I think about the bench
at platform 4 and everything we finally got to speak. The cafe on the corner kept a table, the small one by the radiator's heat. I came there every morning with my Tolstoy and ordered the same coffee and the same seat. The waitress called me Anna, which was wrong, but suited the arrangement well enough. By February she knew about the Russians and had opinions on the narrative stuff. I read through winter with the radiator ticking, through all the generals and the balls and snow. The cafe closed at 6 and I went with it back to my apartment in the cold below. I finished it in March on a rainy afternoon, the last page and the last of the winter light. The waitress asked me how it ended quietly, and I told her everything came right and wasn't right. They say that reading Tolstoy takes a winter. I think that's probably approximately true. But what they don't say is what you become in the process of giving the whole season to a view. The cafe's something else entirely now, a different name, a different kind of seat. But I still think of Anna by the radiator and everything that happened in the heat. voice carries a specific kind of freedom. Minimal vibrato, crisp and clean throughout. American English, clear diction, natural phrasing. Clean dry mix, zero reverb, no delay. No echo, extremely dry, close mic. The gymnasium had crepe paper and a DJ who played the same 12 songs throughout the night. I wore the dress my mother said was too much and danced in it until the thing was right. My friend Teresa had a theory about the two-step, which mostly just involved a lot of hope. We practiced in her bedroom on the carpet, and neither of us fully learned the scope. The boy I liked was standing by the bleachers with the expression of someone being cool. I danced directly past him several times with the subtlety of someone from my school. Stepped on someone's brand new sneakers. There was a moment, and then it was fine. The DJ played the slow one at 11, and everyone found someone or a line. I have been to dinners with crystal glasses and evenings with considerably more grace. But the gymnasium in October of '77 had the best dance floor I've been in any place. The crepe paper came down at midnight. We swept it up and put the bleachers back and walked home in the dark with baking sneakers and hearts that had no particular lack. The long distance call on Christmas Eve cost money. The kind we counted carefully back then. My mother would dial slowly, very slowly, and hold her breath until the line came in. The static on the line was half the atmosphere. The distance turned into a sound you heard. My grandmother's voice arrived in pieces, and we assembled her from every word. She'd ask about the weather and the children, the same 4 questions every Christmas Eve. We'd answer answer them the same as every Christmas, and mean them more than anything you'd believe. Quiet kind she thought we didn't see. She'd turn a little toward the kitchen window and be whoever she was before she was me. The calls got longer as my grandmother got older. The rates were what they were, and we paid them. Some distances require a certain spending, and Christmas Eve was always worth the ransom. She's gone now and the rates don't matter, and Christmas Eve is digital and free. But I still hear the static in the silence between the living and the used to be. She kept the porch light on for everyone. It didn't matter what the hour was. Come home at 2, come home at 3 or later. The light was on because the light was hers. I used to see it from the end of Birchwood, a yellow square that meant the world was right. Whatever had gone wrong out in the evening could be unwrapped beneath that yellow light. She never made a point of being awake, but she was always in the kitchen there, with something on the stove that wasn't needed, and the particular quality of her care. She said once that the dark was not the problem, that people just needed one small proof that something warm was waiting on the other side of the long way home beneath the roof. She's gone now and the porch on birchwood when I am driving home at night. I keep my own light on now without deciding. The way you keep a habit someone left. It's on when I am sleeping, on when I am out. It's on because the on is what she meant.
My uncle set the board up by the window. The rain was doing something with the light. He said the first thing chess will teach you clearly is that you lose more often than you're right. He moved the pieces slowly and with purpose, and named them not by function but by character. He said the pawns are people with a distance, and distance is what makes a person matter. I lost 11 games without a protest. He won them without mentioning the score. He just reset the pieces after every one and asked me what I'd noticed before. By the fourth visit I had started seeing not the pieces but the spaces in between. He said that's where the game actually happens, in the places that have not yet been. I've used that thought in rooms that weren't a chessboard, in conversations and in corridors. The spaces in between are where it happens. My uncle learned it in a different war. He died in '84 on a Wednesday. The board is somewhere in my sister's house. I think about the spaces when I need them, and hear the rain and his voice unhurried across.
We walked to school through all four kinds of weather, through September's sun and March's particular gray, through the weeks when everything was very muddy and the one extraordinary snow day. We had a route that only we were using, past the fence with the dog who only barked on cue, and the garden with the gnome we named officially. His name was Bernard, and he always saw us through. In the rain I had the bigger coat between us, so we walked closer and the coat went wide. 11 years of coats and dogs and gnomes and weather, 11 years of everything side by side. We went to different schools the year of 7th grade, different schedules and a different part of town. I passed the old route once in October. Bernard was still there, looking slightly down. The mornings got more complicated after that, the way that mornings do when routes divide. We'd call sometimes and talk about the Bernard gnome, and whether rain still qualified as white. We walked to school through 4 kinds of weather, and somewhere in those years learned how to be the kind of friends that weather makes you finally, which is the only kind worth being, we agree.
The Delgados had a barbecue each 4th of July, and every year they had it slightly larger. I never quite got formally invited, but somehow always found myself a charter. By 76 the guest list was the neighborhood, half of someone's family from Trenton. They'd string the lights from the oak to the garage, and someone always brought a second extension. Old Mr. Delgado had a theory about ribs, involving time and patience and a secret. He wrote the theory down in a spiral notebook and died with it, which everyone respected. Kids would catch the fireflies in mason jars and let them go before the sparklers started. The adults stood in circles being adults and pretended to be more than slightly parted. The Delgados moved to Florida in '81. The 4th of July became considerably quieter. I grilled some things alone that first year after, and the smoke went up with nothing in particular. I drive past that address when I'm in the neighborhood. The oak tree's still there doing its job fine. The lights are gone, the notebook's gone, the ribs are gone, but July still smells like Delgados and mine.
After dinner, she would go without announcement and find the upright piano in the hall. She never looked for music on the stand. She simply placed her hands, and that was all. The hands were not the hands of a young woman. The knuckles made their own arrangements then. But when they found the keys, they became something that younger hands have never quite been. I asked her once what song she had been playing. She looked at me as if the question missed. She said it wasn't something with a title, just something that her mother used to insist. There was music passed from hand to hand, through kitchens and through parlors, year to year. A chain of women playing without titles, a sound that needed no one's name to hear. I never learned the piano which I carry, the way you carry something unresolved. She's gone now, and the music went with her into a place that hasn't been absolved. Sometimes I sit beside the upright in the evening and place my hands the way I saw her place, and wait to see if anything remembers the music that was living in her grace.
The piano tuner came on Thursday mornings, a small man with a bag of patient tools. He'd work for 2 hours without announcement and leave the house corrected by his rules. I I'd sit at the top of the stairs and listen. The single notes struck over and over again, each one a question and its own answer, each interval adjusted now and then. He never spoke much past the pleasantries. He let the instrument do the talking there. I thought that was a reasonable philosophy for anyone with something true to share. There's something in the search for the right frequency that I have never adequately named. A note that knows it's wrong and keeps on going until the distance from itself is claimed. My life has needed tuning on occasion, the same patient attention bar by bar. Someone with a bag of careful instruments, asking each note where it actually are. The tuner's name was Walter, I remember. He smelled of metal and of something good. He died the winter I turned 27, and Thursdays lost a quality they should. The diner on Route 9 had coffee and a counter, and nobody who needed anything from me. I took the stool beside the second window and watched November do its thing for free. The waitress had a name tag that said Gloria. She didn't ask me where I was or going. She poured the coffee and went back to somewhere with the practiced ease of someone always knowing. The pie was what it was, and that was plenty. The radio was playing something old and right. A truck pulled in and someone in a red coat ordered eggs and disappeared from sight. There's a freedom in a town that doesn't know you, that doesn't want your history or your name. You're just a coffee and a window in November, and every window in November looks the same. I've had finer meals in better lighting, with people who had known me 20 years. But Gloria and Route 9 in November was medicine of a particular frontier. I left a tip that was perhaps excessive and walked back to the car in the November air. Some diners hold you briefly and completely, and then the road is simply everywhere.
The fireflies were out past 8 that evening, the summer kind that know where they belong.
I was reading on the porch when the fence went quiet,
And quiet had a very different song.
I'd seen her on that porch for half a summer.
The book was always different, she was not.
I found a reason involving the garden hose
And watered things that didn't need a lot. Did you know I saw you?
with the garden hose.
I had a theory about the hydrangeas.
The hydrangeas looked completely fine to me.
I know that now, I knew it then, approximately. The fireflies connected all the spaces between the fence and what we meant to say.
Two people finding reasons for the garden
On the longest kind of summer day. The fence came down the following October,
when both our fathers
had a shared idea.
But something in that summer light still flickers
In the particular dark of every year.
They say that fireflies live only 3 weeks,
And spend those weeks entirely on the light.
I think we learned something from the fireflies
About the particular use of a particular night. Every photograph we're at the edge, the left side or the right, but always edge. The others grouped in middle, we were bookends. Two sisters at the comfortable edge. The middle was where the important faces went. But you said once that edges frame the picture, and that was probably the best advice you've lent. We've been at edges most of what we've lived. The parties and the tables and the rooms, but always at the same edge, which is different, which is entirely different, and it looms. You're 8 and wearing something of mine wrong. We're both at the left edge where we belong. There's one where we're both laughing at the same thing, off camera, out of someone's frame. The photographer was waiting for us to look forward. We never quite got around to looking the same. Two sisters at the edge of every photograph, the frame within the frame, the side by side. Some pictures need their edges more than centers. Some stories need their sisters to survive.
Sunday morning and the letters in a shoebox, the ones from years we haven't spoken of. I recognize your handwriting before I read the words. The slope of every letter is enough.
The ones you wrote in winter lean a little, as if the cold got into the ink. The summer ones are rounder and more certain, more willing to say more than you might think.
I wrote the winter ones
at the kitchen table.
The lamp was on the wrong side for my hand.
I wrote the summer ones out on the fire escape,
which probably explains the contraband. We read them now the way you read Old Country, a place you left but haven't quite forgot. The handwriting is someone that we used to be, still living in the letters that we've got. Some Sundays I just look at all the envelopes, the postmarks and the stamps and the return, the whole geography of who we were back then, still legible,
still something we can learn.
Your handwriting has changed a little over time. The loops are smaller, more deliberate. somehow.
But some days I still know you in the first 3 words,
And that has always been enough somehow. We missed the last one by about 3 minutes.
the 11:47 going east.
We saw the taillights pulling from the platform,
And neither of us minded in the least.
The station had 1 bench and 1 vending machine.
They took our coins and gave us nothing back.
We sat and blamed the machine for several minutes,
Then got back to the conversations track. You told me about the summer you were 15,
the one I'd never told a single person.
I told you about the letter I never sent, the one that would have made the whole thing worsen.
The station cleaner mopped around our feet at 2,
And didn't ask us what we were about.
We talked until the first train of the morning
Came in and gave us both a way out.
I've had 100 conversations since that night,
In warmer places with more comfortable seats,
but none of them had that particular honesty
that only comes from missing last retreats.
The 11:47 still runs every night.
I checked the schedule just the other week,
And sometimes I think about the bench
at platform 4 and everything we finally got to speak. The cafe on the corner kept a table, the small one by the radiator's heat. I came there every morning with my Tolstoy and ordered the same coffee and the same seat. The waitress called me Anna, which was wrong, but suited the arrangement well enough. By February she knew about the Russians and had opinions on the narrative stuff. I read through winter with the radiator ticking, through all the generals and the balls and snow. The cafe closed at about 6 and I went with it back to my apartment in the cold below. And the last of the winter light. The waitress asked me how it ended quietly, and I told her everything came right and wasn't right. They say that reading Tolstoy takes a winter. I think that's probably approximately true. But what they don't say is what you become in the process of giving the whole season to a view. The cafe's something else entirely now, a different name, a different kind of seat. But I still think of Anna by the radiator and everything that happened in the heat. Early morning stillness and independence feel. Analog tape warmth, slightly cool and quiet. Independent and quietly proud. Dawn energy in the delivery, not loud but awake. Voice carries a specific kind of freedom. Minimal vibrato, crisp and clean throughout. American English, clear diction, natural phrasing. Clean dry mix, zero reverb, no delay. No echo, extremely dry, close mic. The gymnasium had crepe paper and a DJ who played the same 12 songs throughout the night. I wore the dress my mother said was too much and danced in it until the thing was right. My friend Teresa had a theory about the two-step, which mostly just involved a lot of hope. We practiced in her bedroom on the carpet, and neither of us fully learned the scope. The boy I liked was standing by the bleachers with the expression of someone being cool. I danced directly past him several times with the subtlety of someone from my school. Someone's brand new sneakers. There was a moment, and then it was fine. The DJ played the slow one at 11, and everyone found some glasses, and evenings with considerably more grace. But the gymnasium in October of '77 had the best dance floor I've been in any place. The crepe paper came down at midnight. We swept it up and put the bleachers back, and walked home in the dark with baking sneakers and hearts that had no particular lack. The long-distance call on Christmas Eve cost money. The kind we counted carefully back then. My mother would dial slowly, very slowly, hold her breath until the line came in. The static on the line was half the atmosphere. The distance turned into a sound you heard. My grandmother's voice arrived in pieces, and we assembled her from every word. She'd ask about the weather and the children, the same 4 questions every Christmas Eve. We'd answer them the same as every Christmas, and mean them more than anything you'd believe. Quiet kind she thought we didn't see. She'd turn a little toward the kitchen window and be whoever she was before she was me. The calls got longer as my grandmother got older. The rates were what they were, and we paid them. Some distances require a certain spending, and Christmas Eve was always worth the ransom. She's gone now and the rates don't matter, and Christmas Eve is digital and free. But I still hear the static in the silence between the living and the used to be. kept the porch light on for everyone. It didn't matter what the hour was. Come home at 2, come home at 3 or later. The light was on because the light was hers. I used to see it from the end of Birchwood, a yellow square that meant the world was right. Whatever had gone wrong out in the evening could be unwrapped beneath that yellow light. She never made a point of being awake, but she was always in the kitchen there, with something on the stove that wasn't needed, and the particular quality of her care. She said once that the dark was not the problem, that people just needed one small proof that something warm was waiting on the other side of the long way home beneath the roof. She's gone now, and the porch is someone else's, a family with different kinds of light. But I still look for yellow squares on Birchwood when I am driving home at night. I keep my own light on now without deciding, the way you keep a habit someone left. It's on when I am sleeping, on when I am out. It's on because the on is what she meant.
My uncle set the board up by the window. The rain was doing something with the light. He said the first thing chess will teach you clearly is that you lose more often than you're right. He moved the pieces slowly and with purpose, and named them not by function but by character. He said the pawns are people with a distance, and distance is what makes a person matter. I lost 11 games without a protest. He won them without mentioning the score. He just reset the pieces after every one and asked me what I'd noticed before. fourth visit I had started seeing not the pieces, but the spaces in between. He said that's where the game actually happens, in the places that have not yet been. I've used that thought in rooms that weren't a chessboard, in conversations and in corridors. The spaces in between are where it happens. My uncle learned it in a different war. He died in '84 on a Wednesday. The board is somewhere in my sister's house. I think about the spaces when I need them, and hear the rain and his voice unhurried across.
Through all four kinds of weather, through September's sun and March's particular gray, through the weeks when everything was very muddy, and the one extraordinary snow day. We had a route that only we were using, past the fence with the dog who only barked on cue, and the garden with the gnome we named officially. His name was Bernard, and he always saw us through. In the rain I had the bigger coat between us, so we walked closer and the coat went wide. 11 years of coats and dogs and gnomes and weather, 11 years of everything side by side. We went to different schools the year of 7th grade, different schedules and a different part of town. I passed the old route once in October. Bernard was still there, looking slightly down. The mornings got more complicated after that, the way that mornings do when routes divide. We'd call sometimes and talk about the Bernard gnome, and whether rain still qualified as white. We walked to school through 4 kinds of weather, and somewhere in those years learned how to be the kind of friends that weather makes you finally, which is the only kind worth being, we agree.
The Delgados had a barbecue each 4th of July, and every year they had it slightly larger. I never quite got formally invited, but somehow always found myself a charter. By 76 the guest list was the neighborhood, and half of someone's family from Trenton. They'd string the lights from the oak to the garage, and someone always brought a second extension. Old Mr. Delgado had a theory about ribs, involving time and patience and a secret. He wrote the theory down in a spiral notebook and died with it, which everyone respected. Kids would catch the fireflies in mason jars and let them go before the sparklers started. The adults stood in circles being adults and pretended to be more than slightly parted. The Delgados moved to Florida in '81. The 4th of July became considerably quieter. I grilled some things alone that first year after, and the smoke went up with nothing in particular. I drive past that address when I'm in the neighborhood. The oak tree's still there doing its job fine. The lights are gone, the notebook's gone, the ribs are gone, but July still smells like Delgados and mine.
After dinner, she would go without announcement and find the upright piano in the hall. She never looked for music on the stand. She simply placed her hands, and that was all. The hands were not the hands of a young woman. The knuckles made their own arrangements then. But when they found the keys, they became something that younger hands have never quite been. I asked her once what song she had been playing. She looked at me as if the question missed. She said it wasn't something with a title, just something that her mother used to insist. There was music passed from hand to hand, through kitchens and through parlors, year to year. A chain of women playing without titles, a sound that needed no one's name to hear. I never learned the piano which I carry, the way you carry something unresolved. She's gone now, and the music went with her into a place that hasn't been absolved. Sometimes I sit beside the upright in the evening and place my hands the way I saw her place, and wait to see if anything remembers the music that was living in her grace.
The piano tuner came on Thursday mornings, a small man with a bag of patient tools. He'd work for 2 hours without announcement and leave the house corrected by his rules. I'd sit at the top of the stairs and listen. The single notes struck over and over again, each one a question and its own answer, each interval adjusted now and then. He never spoke much past the pleasantries. He let the instrument do the talking there. I thought that was a reasonable philosophy for anyone with something true to share. There's something in the search for the right frequency that I have never adequately named. A note that knows it's wrong and keeps on going until the distance from itself is claimed. My life has needed tuning on occasion, the same patient attention bar by bar. Someone with a bag of careful instruments, asking each note where it actually are. The tuner's name was Walter, I remember. He smelled of metal and of something good. He died the winter I turned 27, and Thursdays lost a quality they should. The diner on Route 9 had coffee and a counter, and nobody who needed anything from me. I took the stool beside the second window and watched November do its thing for free. The waitress had a name tag that said Gloria. She didn't ask me where I was or going. She poured the coffee and went back to somewhere with the practiced ease of someone always knowing. The pie was what it was, and that was plenty. The radio was playing something old and right. A truck pulled in and someone in a red coat ordered eggs and disappeared from sight. There's a freedom in a town that doesn't know you, that doesn't want your history or your name. You're just a coffee and a window in November, and every window in November looks the same. I've had finer meals in better lighting, with people who had known me 20 years. But Gloria and Route 9 in November was medicine of a particular frontier. I left a tip that was perhaps excessive and walked back to the car in the November air. Some diners hold you briefly,